Hello, hello. How is everyone? I know I'm late. Oh yeah, yep, I'm moving barely at all. But and I even set up this stream like kind of at the last minute. I didn't put it up till 2 hours ago because I was just really unclear if I could do it. But I did. I'm Lucinda. I have an outrageously bad back. So I had to move things around. I have today household vintage and vintage costume jewelry. And I had to unbury my other basket and put it on the opposite side of me because I can't lift and bend. So that's why I'm late. But I'm kind of always late. So what but I'm here. I other than my back, life changer here. I'm doing pretty well. Things are going good and I hope things are going good with you. I am in Northern California. I'm on Thursdays and Fridays. Thursdays is usually a combo of jewelry and household. And very soon, I'm going to start doing huge clearance on all my household. And I have a lot. And I'm going to just start doing Thursdays clearance of household. So I'll alert you when that happens. This is week 2 of my 2-week build a box. So today and tomorrow you have to add to your box to save you on, multiple packages in shipping. If I was on 5 days a week, then once a week build a box would be fine. But I'm only on twice a week, so 2 weeks works out good. I find people like that. I have a bunch of new and some old lower end vintage costume jewelry. I try and a couple of pieces that will be higher, but I try to keep Thursdays at a more affordable rate. And then I have a bunch of what I think is really cool, kitschy and or otherwise, all different kinds of vintage household stuff. So the way 2-week build a box today and tomorrow will be the end of it. I will start invoicing out with a lot of help. Monday, Tuesday, I usually get everything shipped out by the following Friday of the 2 weeks. So that would be next Friday, might be a little sooner. And a lot of everything right now, just so y'all know, depends on my back. Thankfully, my partner is here and he is helping everything. He's currently over the hill doing all the shopping. Usually I go, and pick the vegetables and the whatnot. I can't sit in the car for hours and I cannot walk around in them. So bless his heart, he's taking stuff to the post office. He's picking up stuff that I order and, so thank God for that. So, if you're new to me and you bid on anything and you win, and then you need to email me by 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock tonight at the latest with your YouTube name, then in a separate line, your real name with full shipping address and zip code. One line, please. It makes it easier for me. And below that, in a separate line, your PayPal billing information. I bill through PayPal and I ship using Pirate Ship. Okay. Now, that may change when I ship to just jewelry. I'm hoping to do that in the beginning of 2026 because I might just have flat rate boxes that everything fits in. And then billing through Pirate Ship, is irrelevant because those boxes, I think the size I'm talking about currently is something like $7 to ship. But Lord knows with USPS, they could go up next year to $12. So we'll see what happens with that, right? Because the one thing, the reason why I do this 2-week build-a-box, it's easier on me, but also because shipping is crazy. You could buy one item that's like 4 ounces, and I'm in California, and so I ship it all the way across or to the middle of the United States And the item could cost more to ship than the item, or at least as much. And to me, that's just criminal. It's insane. We need a better postal service. We have for a long, long time. I don't know why we keep propping up this failing one. Now, okay, so today's going to be relatively as fast as I can possibly move because, these days for the last month, I'm either totally in bed for a couple days at a time because I can't move, or I'm in bed by about 4 and people are bringing me, my partner is bringing me my food and a toothbrush. And I mean, ridiculous. Oh, the MRI is like the end of the last week and the end of the first week in December. So that's 3 weeks. I asked them, please, if you have a cancellation, call me. I'm like dying. I already have chronic pain for 25 years in my upper body. So now having a back and it goes down both legs, I'm just like, I asked the guy, hi, hey, how's it going? Welcome. Hello. Thank you for popping in. I'll be done off my story in a minute, but I looked at the nurse practitioner that I went in for urgent care at my little rural clinic up here yesterday. And I said, so it feels to me like I'm going to I am on the verge of like becoming permanently disabled. And he looked at me and he said, yeah, you are. And I almost burst into tears. I wanted him to say that wasn't true, but instead he agreed with me. I was like, thanks a lot, buddy. Thanks a lot. If anyone knows what that means, there's thanks and there's also like an Italian, cheers. Okay. So now, because I said I'm going to be clearing all my household goods starting really soon, Thursdays are just going to be household. The majority of the household that I have today, some of it's new, so it'd be, but some of it that's older is at a bargain price already. Okay. I hope all of that makes sense. If you have any questions, hi, Jessica. How are you? If all of that makes sense, great. If you have any questions, thank you, Jessica. If you have any questions as we go along, please let me know. I do not do recaps. So anyone who comes in later, you're going to have to either email me later or drop it in the chat. You see something you like when you go back, with your chipmunk speed settings, just put it in the chat. And if it hasn't sold, I will happily sell it to you. Monica, you came back. Well, actually, I don't know if she came back, Jessica. She was here, but I was late, so I don't know if she's here anymore. Both the robes behind me are for sale. So there's 2. This double one here with the huge pom-poms, and then this about the same age. This is about like a 1950s. The tag says Party Girl, and it's like a medium length with 2/3 sleeves. So with balloons, it's got balloons. I think that's what it is. Not like paper lanterns. That's what I'm trying to say. Paper lanterns. Now so this one here has some of the brown stains in various places and a few stitching issues. But in overall, it's beautiful. It is pink inside and this teal blue outside. It is stunning. If you're really interested, I will hobble up and I will show it to you. Or I can send you photographs at a later time. That one, and I soaked it in OxyClean, and 2/3 of the brown stains that were on it at the bottom and the end of the sleeves came off. So I believe that the majority of the rest would, but it is not like pristine, but it is like an original, really old. It's so beautiful. And size and price, the blue one, So that one is $50. And the size, the size is a good question. I am 5'3", and it's like brushes on the floor for me. It covers me, and I have a large top, no problem. The sleeves are the ones that hang way down. Good Lord. I don't know how to size things. I would say that it's like a large. That's not very helpful. I know. That's not very helpful. Do you want me to show it to you? Before I get going with everything else, do you want me to get up and bring it closer? There's also an old red plastic with chain link belt like you wore in the 60s and 70s with the jumpsuits on there. You're a small. Okay. It's not a small. I mean, now that said, that's not entirely true because kimonos were made to wrap and belt and flow along the floor. So fact of the matter is, if we were in Japan, it might be a small, but see, it's something so I used to wear it, and I'm 5'3", and when I used to wear it, I was 120 pounds, and I used to wear it, but it dragged on the ground. So there you go. Hi, Frank. How's it going? And the other one has one small spot, and it's the paper balloon, the yellow ones. It's incredible. And then right back there is a handmade wedding dress with rhinestone in the middle of clear buttons and the tie. It is super tiny. It is like the waist is about 16 inches, but it is gorgeous. If one wanted it like for the pattern or something, that one is $20. It's silk and lace. It's not in perfect condition either, but beautiful. Okay. Ta-da. Oh, boy. All righty then. Let's see if I can do this today. Let's do a piece of houseware first. And like I said, these are things, this is something I've had for a long time. When I was caretaker for my father, ooh, the banner, they made it so little. Oh, God bless. Have they been listening to me? I love it. Bye, Jessica, honey. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. And thank you for asking. Thank you for asking about those. Yeah, I always put stuff behind me, and the cashmere poncho sold. So they listen to me. The banners are tiny. They used to go all across the screen. Oh, I hope it stays this way. So I used to use that display when I did previews all the time at my father's. But now that I'm in a smaller setting and I don't do previews very often, I don't have the time nor the space to do that. I am rearranging this whole office, but with my back like this, it's going to be a while. So this is your incredible. Let me show you. Here's the bottom. The glass is thin. It has, oops, I'm backwards. It has a pour spout, so clearly it was for mixing drinks in. Imagine the matching glasses. And this is a piece that's a little puzzling to me if it's a very lightly flashed piece or if it's just a very light blue. I have not been able to determine that, and I have tried and tried. It is a light blue with a little bit of gray, and it's big. It's about 9 inches tall and probably 7 inches across, in perfect condition. And I used to drape jewelry off of it. So, and it is fragile. It starts at 14. So, how are you today, Frank? Let me put the ring light back here and carry on. Like I said, don't do recaps. So if anyone comes in later, you can just go through and see what's going on. And let me know if you're interested. Let's put the new price up. Thank you. Frank, I can totally relate. I thought I put this up. This is, I love this. This too. I used it as a display piece because no one wanted to buy him. He is a hand-carved hound dog. Some kind of, maybe a balsam wood, maybe something else. I'm pretty sure it's back east. He is so lifelike. I don't know if it was meant to be a ring or bracelet holder. I have no idea. Look at, that's his face. That's his mouth. See? He is really lifelike. And then, see all the carving they did? Oh, my light's going in and out. Yeah, balsa. See the wood, almost like a pressed wood, but it's hand carved. Someone sat and whittled this guy. I love him. Hi, Monica. You want this little hound dog, Monica? I love this hound dog. I love this hound dog. I don't know. I've had him for a long time. So Monica's in at 10, and because my back is so very bad, y'all, isn't it? I love him too. I do. Okay. Fair warning, y'all, and I'm going to go pretty fast. And he weighs nothing. He's just, God bless. It makes me want a hound dog. The only reason, last call, so 11 or better, is because they slobber a lot, I believe. I think that's right. Hi, Monica. Thank you for coming back. Ooh, I can't spell. Surprise, surprise. My back hurts and I can't spell. It's very distracting when you're in this much pain. It's Monica's. That's official. Let me write it in my book. Thank you, Monica. I will put it with your other possessions. Monica, did you get my email? I'm assuming you did. This is going on your pile. If I can get it over there. Ha! I did it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, I'm going to do these 3 cuties. Oh, you did. Thank you, Monica. I didn't see it. I will, though. I promise. Okay, so this is a start choice at 15. These little goobers, I'm in love with them, and I totally see them as kitsch year round. I also see them as going out at Christmas, and maybe that's just me because I'm weird like that. But that's all right. I'll take it. I am weird like that. So there's 3 choices starting at 15. Here's this guy. Cold painted, but then shellacked over. And they were salts and peppers, but there is no actual set here. You can tell it's from the 50s because of the eyes where they did the intense eyelashes. Has very slight crazing, and he's just sitting down in like that traditional Asian kind of squat sitting. says Japan. It's just you can't read it. So there's one of them. Here's another one. And this guy looks like he's been into who knows what. I mean, come on. What's with his eyes? And he's kneeling on one knee. He's got some little buttons. And I guess they're elves with these giant ears, right? I love these. And the crazing is very, very minimal. And there's one more I'll show you. I've never seen, they're about 3 inches tall. I've never seen these colors, these like vivid, crazy colors. So those two, and then this guy. Yeah. Look at this guy. I showed him last week. Okay, so this guy, he's got the best eyes. And then he's got strange hands. I don't know why. This is the same. I don't know what's going on. I cannot tell you, even if that's meant to be a hand and if that's just both his feet. I don't know. And there's his beanie. And he's got a polka dot jacket. Hey, Cat, how's it going? And there's that. And so you have them, and you could just put beanie. Yeah. Pink cat or crazy eyes. I don't know which. Or to me, this dude is like one of the guys from Snow White. That's what it reminds me of, with the long hat. Yep. Okay. Ow. And I'm glad I brought this box over here, but because like I say, with my back, I don't know how long I can go, but I'm going to do the best I can. Thank you for looking. I appreciate it. Oh, how about a vintage belt? It's got some stuff. It was mine. Yep. It was mine. And it's definitely a small, because when I bought this as a teenager from a street artist on Telegraph Avenue, I was not quite yet a 36, but I was a 24 waist and a 36 bottom and getting close to a 36 top. So think of tiny. It was mine. I wore it forever. I hope this translates well. It's got a really great belt buckle. This is heavy duty, like pewter. I'm not sure what the brown is. I think that's just a spillover from the leather over all these years. And you can see, if it will show you, there. It has the piece of the floral design where they crimped it back and studded it together. And then it has flowers stamped on it. And I am quite sure that there's nothing wrong with this belt. I am quite sure if you have leather polisher, that it would, there you go. It's almost like a big lotus. It's a really nice design with tiny in between. I'm quite sure that if you had leather cleaner, you can see where it curved around my hip. If you had leather cleaner, this would bring the browns out. I've just had it sitting in a drawer for a long time. And guess what? It's never going to fit me again. So There is no, and see, even here where the holes are for the buckle, there's no damage. Here's the back. It's not damaged in any way, but you do need to be like 24, 26-inch waist. So that means you're a small person. But it's a wonderful example of 1970s street art. Yeah. I will, there's no point in me continuing to hold on to this. I will never be that small again. Wouldn't that be lovely? I wonder if I became, if I was able to lose that much weight again, if my back problems would go away. I don't know. Magical thinking. Okay, let's see. I'm going to show a piece of jewelry. And this is a unusual, and I think really, I love it. But, let's see what y'all think. Any of you who come here regularly know that I'm eclectic. So I don't go for, all the normal stuff all the time. As witnessed by the hound dog. So this, meet Dolly. This is my helper, Dolly. My other one has become Molly because I always forget what the heck I name her. I know it starts with the M, and that's all I can get to. Oof. This is some type of much older, very short prayer mala necklace. Okay. It does have a clasp. Let me take it off Dolly and show you a little closer. Here is the clasp. It's an older kind of spring clasp. These are older yellow beads, and if I recall correctly, they're hand blown. They have lines that go around. They're glass. If I recall, they glow. Then this is also handmade beads, and I suspect, I'm going to turn this up a little so you get more light. I suspect they're European, Italian in origin. Then this crimped metal and cut, it is not sterling silver. I think this was cut by hand from what? I'm not sure. Something that someone had available. This was made maybe in India. And these are those, y'all, I practice Buddhism and a form of like Hinduism with prayer beads like this for 30 years. And I can't remember the name of them. But these are not those. I always forget. They are not resin. They are a nut that has been carved with these flowers. It's really unusual. More of those. Another one of that piece. And then it goes down. It's linked together so well. I would say this is like 40 or 50 years old. And I would say it was likely put together from other pieces, from other things for the tourist trade at some point. I do not think this was ever meant to have something hanging off the bottom, but you could if you wanted. It is indeed, thank you. It is indeed a short piece. So it's a ethnic. It's a short piece. And I would say, because I can't do all that, it's going to come down to about 16 to 18 inches. That's what I would say. Hey, Rose. Hello, hello. How is everyone doing? Can you believe that it's like, I was about to say Halloween because my brain is in pain mode. Can you believe it's Thanksgiving next week? When my daughter was growing up, we did the big family holiday and we did, Thanksgiving. Now that she is an older adult off on her own, we call it Native American Day, and we don't do a meal. Now, her husband's parents insist that they come over and eat dinner, so they do. You're going to have 28 at dinner, Rose. I mean, see, all my family is in North Carolina, except for my daughter. If all my cousins and my aunts were here or I was there, I would totally be down for a huge meal. You're going to have 28 people? Yes, Indigenous people say, Rose, are you cooking or is everyone doing like a potluck, lady? Oh my gosh. You're just like blowing my mind here. No, they're all gone? Oh, so you already did the dinner, Rose? Or, oh no, Rose, I'm misunderstanding you. You are telling me that, I think, that you used to have 28 at the table back when you had the family thing. Yeah. See, my parents are gone. They don't have anything to do with my brother. So, I mean, yeah. So this ring is falling in between an 8, 8.5. So when things tend to fall, the top is at the 8, the bottom is at the 8.5. I'm going to call it an 8. And this one, yeah, Rose, that's why, I'm going to cook a chicken. I'm going to cook, some food, some pies. But that's just because I enjoy the food and I'm going to remember the Indigenous people and I'm going to count my blessings. I light a candle all day to give thanks. This is blue sapphire. I'm sure, in sterling silver, I'm sure it's man-made. I cannot imagine the price that I got this from a reseller, that it would be real, but it's lovely. Now the reason why I say that I go with an 8 is also because it curves in at the top just a little bit. So whenever a ring kind of curves in, that sizes it down a little bit. So that's why I'm not going to say 8.5. It's possible it would fit 8.5, but I'm not going to, I don't want someone to get it and be unhappy. For $29, that's less than I paid for it. It's a beautiful, bright, shiny, deep, deep blue. It's got like 6 to 8. Let me see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bands with the tiny silver solders on the top and the bottom. It's very nicely made. The inside has the holes for every single one to let the light shine through and make it more brilliant. This would be a really lovely gift for someone, especially if it's their birthstone. So, I don't get a lot of truck with my rings. So I have a huge collection over here of sterling silver and for me, which is sterling silver, brutalist, real stone vintage rings. But no one ever really seems interested, and that's okay because I'm just going to go on Knickknacks or whatnot and just do, 30 rings. Remember, I don't do recaps, so if anyone comes in late in the game and you're interested in something, please put your speed on super fast and drop in the chat. Thank you, Monica. It is a beautiful ring. If it fit one of these fingers, I would keep it. But these fingers are like 8.5. I was hoping when I got it that it fit, but it doesn't. It doesn't. Isn't that just the way life is? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Me? I have learned living with chronic pain for, it's really over 25 years, which is, long time. I have learned how to just roll with the punches and figure out what to do and how to change it up and, and just keep going. So this starts at 13. It is a Monet. It's a beautiful brooch. I've shown this so many times, and it's worth more than this price, but nobody seems to want to buy it. So I'm just like, okay, I'll try to sell it at what I paid for it. It is a vine. It's 90s Monet. These are all rhinestones. Purples, blues, periwinkles, light pink. It's got a really nice rolling stack. So it, stacks up high. And it is about 2 inches, almost 2.5 across. It's a lovely brooch. If you look at this elsewhere, you will see the price. And I'll just double check the measurements and then I'll move on. 1.5, not 2, 1.5. My bad. And it's, it's the Monet quality. These rhinestones it's absolutely gorgeous. The vine is beautiful. If you know someone who loves teeny tiny little flowers and all these different colors of pinks, greens, blues, and purples. Boom. Okay. It's going down. I don't know where it's gonna wind up anymore. So I'm gonna put it to the side. Thank you for looking. Thank you for being here. Oof. Okay. How about this? 'Tis the season, right? I'm gonna make this a buy it now. I love Monet too, and I know it's a later piece, but the quality and just the subject matter. I'm a gardener. I love flowers, so there we are. This is a buy it now for 12. And there is no maker. I'm pretty sure it came in a lot that I bought of a bunch of different things, but I don't fully remember anymore. There is Mary, Jesus, and Father Joseph in the manger with the Star of Bethlehem. The Star of Bethlehem does have a teeny tiny rhinestone. It's very three-dimensional. This is pewter. This is a pewter pen. Or pewter brooch, excuse me. There's the back. It's a really nice, sweet little pen for Christmas. And they did an excellent job. I have no idea why it's not marked. I don't think it's an artisan piece, but it's nice enough to be marked. And it's dimensional. So, and it's tiny, tiny. It is, yeah, I don't have a problem with pewter. Everything does not have to be sterling silver in my world. In fact, I like plastic better than anything. Um, it's 1.25 inches long on the roof, and then from the star to the bottom of baby Jesus is 1 inch. Whoa, the sun just came roaring in. Uh-oh. So I think this is lovely. And I mean, this is the season to have this, to wear this. So if it doesn't sell, it may be me that's wearing it. Yeah, I love Jesus. So, okay. Thank you for looking. Let's see. Oof. This is thank you. The sun, they're mother of pearl, and the sun has been behind the clouds all day, and all of a sudden it decided to come screaming in the windows. Let's hope I don't have to get up and deal with the curtains. Good Lord. You just never know. Okay. Here's the back. It's got some discoloration, but I don't know if this is sterling silver or not. It does not say it is, so I'm going to presume that it is not. It does not say made in Italy, which is also odd because I know that it is. This is an older one. Look at the clasp. You can tell. I have a dog here on me, sorry. You can tell that it's an older one based on how it's almost just like a safety pin roll-in clasp. Good, Rose. I'm glad. And then it is this little micro mosaic. Oh, it's upside down. It's a little one. It's really old. I mean, I would like to say this is verging on antique, but I daren't. Now, I'm hoping you can see the wire filigree work on this piece. And there is so many little pieces of glass. And this is not shellacked. That's another way I know that it's older. It's not shellacked. Just, what you call it. They started shellacking them at some point for a little while later in like the 80s or 90s. So the glass would not fall out, because this piece, the reason it's starting at 30, why can I not show that? It's because right here, and it's looking huge because it's on the computer, right here, there is 2 tiny pieces of this glass that they inlay in here that are missing. I still had to pay up for it, and I want to tell you it's antique. Let me know if y'all can see the dainty wire work right here. I feel like it's being blown out. There you go. So one of the ways you can tell the older ones is by the clasp style for sure. And also how many tiny pieces of glass. Look at down here. There is so many pieces of colored glass in each tiny circle. It's a good one, but it is tiny. It is tiny. Rose, this ring, this is the thing I love. This is costume jewelry at its finest. It is a rose, and it's just black plastic set way up high, like an old poison ring or something. Costume jewelry. Love this. I think I have one more around. The sun will go away in a minute. So anyway, that started at 30. And because of its age, despite the little tiny missing right there, I can't budge on that price. I just can't. I don't know if you guys can see it as well as I'm seeing it. It is 1.25 inches long and 1 inch wide. So I will put it down. Yes, Rose, if I have one more of these, is it out already? Let me look. I have so many of my rings out. Is it out or is it in? Is it out or is it in? Nope, I don't have the other one out. But I do, Rose, I do have another one. And if you're interested, tell me and I'll bring it to my next show. Okay, it will do. It's, I think I got 3 all at the same time. This needs to go in a bag. So let me make a note. Put rose ring aside for Rose. It's fabulous. I love it. I'm pretty sure I know exactly where it is. So, and it's like, $12. It's a really good price for vintage. Okie dokie pokey. What am I doing here? Ow. Let's do another piece of jewelry and then a little household. Look at the sun now. Whoosh. Hold on one second. I need to. I think I see why it's coming in, but I can't move very well. So I'll be right back. It's only right there. Ugh. Oh, did that help at all? I don't know, y'all. I hope that helped. I hope that helped. I think, it did. It did. Yay. Yes, Rose, budget. Oh, no, it didn't. It'll be gone in about 10 minutes, but that's what I got. Yes, budget. I get it. So these are Oscar de la Renta clip-on earrings. They are. I didn't realize that when I bought them. I just thought they were really cool vintage earrings. And I was out in the wild and I found them and I was like, hey, I want those. And then I looked at them and I was like, now wait a minute. This is a classic O hat. Yes, I'm more worried that you all can't see. This is a classic O symbol. So what's going on? They are clip-on. So then I read the back. And the back, it's hard to see even for me with a loop. The back right there. Doesn't want to show you. I can try to show you with my loop. It says Oscar de la Renta. So what I want to tell you, you know the designer, right? The ring light's all in it. The designer, Oscar de la Renta. These are from the 1960s, 1970s, I think late 1960s. And I can't show you his signature, sorry. Okay, Rose, that sounds reasonable. Starts at 24. These sell, they're just gold colored. These sell for an incredible amount of money. Highly collectible designer earrings. They're like an oval triangle, domed, standing up with the copyright, full name, Oscar de la Renta. Look them up. Oh, that doesn't help because the sun. There they are. So if you collect designer, or if you want to take something and flip it, here you go. Right. Yep, 100%. I was never, so like designer bell-bottom jeans, for instance. Yeah, I was into that. But because, there were just certain names that everyone had when you were a teenager and you had to wear. But as an adult and even, as an older teen, I was never like, oh, I must have a Ralph Lauren, blah, 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 I just wanted what I wanted to wear. Mm-hmm. Yep. God bless America. Well, now that I know that the sun does this at this time of day, I can be mindful of it next time. I am very sorry. Ooh, this is in time for Christmas, y'all. Forenza. I think it's Forenza, not floor. Rose, I totally believe you. I totally believe you. Okay. These are $18. And I love these. I want to sell them. I don't. Why will it not? Let's do this again. Okay, let's try one more time. There you go. To highlight the price. So I love these. These were found by my partner, who was given them by someone who worked in a really old building that's electrical supplies. And they were like, yeah, we found all these boxes up in the attic. I don't know what we're going to do with them, and he was like, well, I'll take them. $25 for $3, created by Paramount. I don't know if that was the Paramount movie theaters. I don't know. I also have to count. The envelopes are all in here. I'll count how many cards after I show you the cards. Here's the envelopes. The lid is here, but it's just that plastic lid. Look at this. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from this Harlequin chick. Totally 1950s into 1960s. The silver is all glitter. Look at this woman. Oh my gosh. And she's the present, I guess, right? Fragile. Wow. Made in the USA. So this is the top. And then she's fragile. Wishing you a very Merry Christmas and a bright and happy New Year. See, I do not have, I'll count the cards. There's not 20, but there's close. I don't have in my circle of family and friends, unless it was me sending these to y'all, that many people anymore. You know, you get older, people die, people drift apart. I've been, had different disability, my chronic pain for so long. Things are just different. I was in school for years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I think there's 21 cards for $18. If you want to be, and then she's the package, right? So that's the words, she's inside the package, and that's the bow. If you want these to send out as your Christmas cards this year, get them now, because they're not going to last. And they're not going to last. And this price for these particular cards, I think is really reasonable. So $18. Let me know. They're not going to last. And again, just remember, I don't do recaps, y'all. Aren't they fantastic? I love her. Her whole Harlequin deal. Yeah. She is a cute, cute package. Okay. Let's do one more piece of household, which this is expensive, and I can't make it be less. If I could type, we'd be more than halfway home. Okay. I have to unwrap it. Starts at 38. Thank you all for being here and looking. I appreciate it. We'll see how much longer I can go. I didn't, I really thought about it. I was like, maybe I shouldn't do this today. I don't know. But then I'm like, well, I'm just going to be sitting no matter what. So better to do than not to do. Yeah. Okay. This is, I believe it's antique. I want the ring light away from this. This is dark brown and dark white, and the color is being blown out. It is a coin purse. See this? Here's the hinge. This shell is like dark creams with some oranges with black and brown. The spots, I don't even know if you can find shells exactly this color anymore. I know this is a common shell, but I feel like this particular one may be gone. This is a coin purse. You see this? Tiny little thing, and you see the solder marks here? But I'm going to have to go get rid of that stud. It's starting to make me mad. So you just do like that, like you would with anything, and open it up. And here it is. There's the bottom where they connected the shell to, so the shell had a little bit of a swirled end. That's the way the shell is. So they wrapped it, but there's a tiniest, or It's not tiny. Yes, well, it is tiny. I'll show you. See right there? Whole. That's just part of the natural shell that they took off. There's the hinge work again. So this is like what you probably, and this is copper. I believe this is a brass overlaid onto copper as well. Sorry, let's get rid of that. I believe this would have been, it could be as old as the Victorian age, and I do mean that. And this would be something that you would go to, like the fair at the beach or to the beach traveling, and you would buy your little shell coin purse. And it's very hard shell that's been reinforced with some kind of plastic, and it's even signed. So it's not going to break. I don't, well, hold on. You know what? Now I'm wondering something. This light is terrible. This is really bumming me out. That is the person's name, but it surely is not coming across. It's like 2R.1 is what I see. But man, can you guys see any of it? And now, as I'm tapping this, here's why I don't think I've ever seen this shell before. I'm confused. As I'm tapping this shell, okay, I think I know what's going on. So inside here, yeah, okay. Inside is the shell. Listen. You can hear like a scratching. This is a shell. It's very, very thin. And so the outside at first I was like, oh my God, this whole thing is plastic. No, it's heavily shellacked on the top so that the shell would not break. That's what's going on. Oh, look, the sun went away. You could see it. Yay. So this would be, and this side is less dark, more pinkish, and this is more brown. I'll tell you the dimensions. This would be an incredible piece, Rose. Yes, to give someone a gift of a necklace or a ring. This thing, and as a display piece, oh, it's remarkable. It is 2 3/4 inches long and 2 1/4 inches deep without the clasp. If you include the clasp, it's 2 1/2 inches. And then wide, almost 2 inches to put your coins in. Almost 2 inches. Isn't it beautiful? I love this. Really, Rose? Oh, no. One of these, Rose? So, Rose, is it shellacked on the outside? Is that what's going on? I have this so carefully wrapped. I mean, this is just so... I don't even remember where I found it, where I got it. Nothing. I don't remember hardly anything about it, but I just remember how special. Oh, Rose. Rose, I love you and your husband and your story and your romance. It's just, I do. I mean that. You guys, I don't know you, but everything that you say about your relationship just makes me happy. So are they as old as Victorian time or more just like 1920s, 1930s? Because it definitely has a lot of age. And I don't recall, I don't even, quite frankly, I don't think I've ever shown it before. I think it's been, I bought it many months ago, and then I put it away somewhere. So I don't remember anything about it. Okay. I am going to do a buy it now. What is the deal? Okay. Thank you, Rose. I thought it was really old. And I've been around this stuff long enough that you just start, and so have most of you, you just start to get that feel. But sometimes it can seem like that, and it's not like that at all. So I thought I better check in. Okay, this is a buy it now for 14. Thank you, Rose. So buy it now for 14. It is Avon. I think it's spectacular. This is the heart brooch. It's got this wonderful, heavy, red swirled enamel, like the candy boxes. Look at that. So it looks like foil in there. Then the arrow. This is the brooch. There's the Avon. And it's got from here to here is probably 3 inches, and this is probably about 1.5, maybe almost 2. And then it has matching, this is probably like an 80s piece. It has matching pierced earrings. And the same deal, just a gold tone. And then this gorgeous, like, foiled enamel. Now, obviously, this would be great at Valentine's Day, right? But Christmas is coming. Ugh, let's do it over here. Christmas is coming. I think it would be a nice set. No, I don't either, Rose. I'll look it up. But this would be a really nice set to put in a stocking. For a friend, for a sister, for your partner. Yep. Buy it now, $14. Avon, a lot of people have been squirreling Avon away because while it's Avon and maybe they made a lot of stuff. Thank you, Monica. Avon had incredible designers and they worked with some very high-end people, and Avon's coming back. Slowly but surely. So there's a lot of people out there who are just squirreling it away. So this is what about this, y'all? This is a really, this probably should have been, probably should have been a Friday piece, but it's not. And I got it at a good price. It was in a lot. And then I researched it and I was like, what? I'm not going to do that to y'all, though. Rose. So this starts at 20. It does not have a maker. I don't think it needs to. I'm pretty sure it's either, someone who did this without license, or it is actually from the Beatles fan club. It is a charm bracelet, and it is like a Beatles fan club. These are actually go for a lot of money, and they're very collectible. Here's John. And it's kind of like, and it says copyright. Oh, Lord. Copyright. Hold on. That's important. At the bottom. NEMS Entertainment Limited. NEMS Entertainment Limited. So I believe this came from the Beatles fan club, and these are worth a lot of money. Cat, if you look these up, you'll be surprised. So Cat's in at 20. And I love the Beatles. My parents raised me on the Beatles. I know every single song by heart. It played all the time in my house. I grew up twisting and shouting. There's Paul, George, and Ringo. And each one has the copyright. And it has, so that's why there's nothing on the clasp, because it's on there. Here's the back. The Beatles, twist and shout, twist and shout. Come on, come on, come on, baby. I mean, I'm telling you, I know an octopus's garden. Any song you throw at me, I got it. So anyone else who's interested would need to come in at 21 or higher. And it does, it would just fit me, and I'm a 7 to a 7.25, and it would just fit me. Okay, so it's a little on the small side. So I'm gonna say, good day, sunshine. Good day, sunshine. Fair warning. Last call. I love this piece, Cat. I love this piece. Hands up. Sold to Cat. Cat. The Beatles. Literally, this was the only music in my dad's car. Cassette tapes. Oh, Norwegian wood. He had every single Beatles thing on the cassettes that went in the car, and that was it. Otherwise, it was just like the radio or nothing, or like they listened to stories, like silly stories. But the Beatles, that's it. Thank you, Kat, and excellent buy. Excellent buy. I love it. Is going to you. It's exciting. Oh my gosh, you're kidding. Cat. Oh my gosh. Let me put it in a bag. I know several people that, were like 8 or 9 when they came over here and did their concerts, that are really mad that their parents didn't take them. They came to the Bay Area, and I know a lot of my friends who were just like, why did my parents not take me to the Beatles? Yeah. Why did they not do that? Very, very good question. Oh, yeah, but I remember me at 3 years old, twist and shout. Like, I was allowed to play the music loud in the living room, and I would just be in there dancing for hours in my childhood. Yeah. Talk about a band that really made an impact and just kept changing and evolving, but never got it wrong until the very end. A lot of people feel, but I don't really feel that. I feel like, at some point, you break up. At some point, all good things end, right? So this starts, for some reason, at a double $sign. Don't ask me why. Could not possibly tell you. Oh, wow, Cat. I haven't seen any of them. Oh, God. I was I think 16 or 17 when that happened, maybe 15. I'm not sure. And my friends and I were hanging out, and we were listening to the radio or the TV was on, I don't know, and it just started blaring across the screen. And we stayed up and cried all night long. It was horrible. It was horrible, but really good people, it seems, So this is the back. The metal work, the puddling is done really well. Although I suspect, I'll show you the front in a minute. I suspect it's got some of the packing that in the box, the stuff. I suspect that this is 60s, not 50s, although I could be wrong. It has a very interesting way to clasp. So there's the clasp with a rhinestone on it, and then you just hook it in. It's one of those shorties. You hook it in to however long you want to make it. I mean, I would be making it right here, and I'll show you. It's short. It's beautiful. It is brilliant oranges with this lovely kind of hanging design. Why is it there? And this thing it's like new old stock. I don't think Grandma wore this ever. And if she did, maybe once. And is that a different orange? No, it's the same orange. So I just want to check if it's all the same. So the rhinestones, the little rhinestones, are a slightly darker orange than the middle pieces. The rectangular raised cut stones, but it is a short piece. This will not fit around my neck. So this, usually these are 14 inches. This one's not even 14 inches. Is it? No. This one, and that's very unusual. This one is about 13 inches. That's unusual. So either you're giving it to a small child or you're just displaying it and adding it to your collection. Because I don't know. I mean, there is, so to speak, a place for a jump ring and an extender chain here. So one could do that, but it would be difficult. So if you know how to fix jewelry, you could totally do it. Otherwise, it could be like a hairpiece. Yeah. But it's tiny. It's short. I think this is the first time I've showed it. And I did pay up for it. But I don't think I knew it was that short. Or I probably wouldn't have bought it because it's just too short for your average bear. Yes, on your brow. And just have like a clip right here and hold it in. Walk like an Egyptian. Okay, I'm going to show another couple pieces of jewelry. And then I'm going to go to bed, y'all. Yep. Then I'm going to go to bed. Couple pieces of jewelry. Oh, no. And a couple household. So let me show just a couple household. And then I'm going to go to bed. My back is like, yeah, you know. So if you've come in late, I don't do recaps. They just don't work for me. So I'm going to be closing the show in about 20 minutes. So if you want to go to your settings and put it on ×2 and drop in the chat an item that did not sell, I will bring it up and I will sell it to you. Otherwise, you can always email me here after the show. Leave a comment, however you want to do it. I'm here. Okay. I'm going to show the household items that I brought. I brought this so many times. I don't know. Oh, thank you, Rose. And I'm here for another 20 minutes, but then yes, I'm done. And you know, Rose, the reality is my back is probably never going to feel better. Yeah, I don't know. That's where we are. So it's one of those things like my chronic pain with fibromyalgia that you learn to live with. So good Lord, the sun is. I'm going to turn my ring light off. This is terrible. The sun is blowing out everything. Come on, there you go. Focus. This is a beautiful little wooden box. I still don't think you're seeing it very well. What's... I know you do, Kat. Kat, this is terrible. It's been over a month and it's not going away. It's only getting worse. There you go. The sun is really... So here's the top. That'll help a lot. See the beautiful bird? And then I believe, I don't have a tub anymore, Rose. I can't get in and out of them. So I think this might be like Israel. There's a beautiful bird, or Mexico, beautiful bird. And then there is like a vine and a cutout on the bottom like a vine. And the top kind of almost looks more like panels or a crown with little trees on them. I'm trying to explain it the best I can. At $15, I'm just making my money back. It's a gorgeous little hand-carved box. See that, sun? Yeah, this will not happen again. And the sides just have a little indent carved out, and then it's the natural wood. There's nothing really going on. The back has like a flower. Here are the hinges. It is a bare wooden box. I suspect this is not like a balsam wood. This is either... And since I believe it was made in another country, I can't... And it's definitely vintage. I can't tell you what the wood is. But it's got a lot of grain going on in there. A lot of grain. And it is... Yeah, I've been... It is almost 5 inches long or wide. Almost 5 inches wide and in length and 3 inches wide. And then 1 3/4 inches tall. It's a really nice... I would say this is from 60s, 70s when doing this stuff in wood was revived. And it's definitely hand done. And it's a lovely, lovely little box. That's what I got. Maybe, cigarettes. Well, they would have to be hand rolled. Doesn't smell like cigarettes. Maybe something green. I don't know. Thank you for looking. Yeah, I mean, basically, Kat, you missed when I said to the nurse practitioner when I went in for urgent care yesterday that I said, with fibromyalgia for 25 years, chronic pain, and now this where I can't walk and get up and down. I can't do anything without enormous pain except sitting. which you can't sit all the time. It's not good for you. He said, I think I'm becoming disabled, like completely disabled. And the nurse practitioner actually said to me, you are. I was like, thank you. So, and I was crying I've been breaking out in random tears here and there for the last week and a half and not really understanding why. And then I was like, oh, it's because I'm in constant pain and I can't like live my life. And I found a way with fibromyalgia to do everything, including going to school for 10 years and getting a master's degree. But with this kind of pain, it's totally different. And I called my daughter and I said, oh my God, because she has a bad back. I was like, oh my God, what do I do? What am I going to do? And I was like, I don't want to be a scooter mom. And she was like, well, too bad. Thanks a lot. I was like, thanks a lot. This is what my daughter has to say to me. She's like, well, too bad. These are incredible. Here's another thing that's bugging me. I don't know. Sorry, y'all. I'm wiping the screen. Uh-oh. Wiping the screen and going to some random tab that has nothing to do with anything. Gotta love kids. I mean, she's 36 and she's had back pain forever. So these are Ken Edwards Tenala shakers. I have never seen these like this before. Never. These are definitely an older version of him. Let me turn my ring light back on. Turn it down a little. Look at this beautiful, beautiful bird. That seems to be too much, doesn't it, y'all? With the flowers. And you can feel the glaze in here. The spots are raised. Even the bird, the head is raised on here. I've never seen this style. I'll show you his signature. There's more going on than there usually is. I think this was towards the beginning of his line. Look at back here, the little baby maybe. So pretty. Here's the top. And this one is different. This has a bird with a flower and it's getting a berry. And see how you can see how the pottery is actually concaved in where it's painted? Never seen that before on Tenala. I really think this was some of his earliest work. But I'm not a Tenala expert, but see that? And look at the feather. And here, Mexico, Tenala. There is the KE and the little scorpion. And here as well. Although that's not that one was a scorpion. This is some kind of bird. I've never seen that mark on his stuff either. So yeah, I'm thinking early stuff. Right, Frank? Really cool. And I mean, if this is salt and pepper, it's a huge salt and pepper. So I don't know. Is it muffineer? Is it meant for like a powder in the bathroom? Not a clue. 5 inches tall. 5 inches tall and little over 2.5, like 2 3/4 wide. And I'm not asking a whole lot more than I paid for them at all. I think and I believe that I could be asking 25 or 30 for these. No problem. But there they are for your consideration. For your consideration, y'all. Okay. Is anyone here? Is anyone here? Hello? Number 9. Number 9. Maybe that's why 9 is my favorite number. Okay, if y'all weren't here for the whole Beatles discussion then, but could that be why that's my favorite number? And so many other people's favorite number? Is that crazy? I don't know. Things that pop into my head sometimes. I don't know. So this is the last jewelry item. I'm going to show 2 items and that's it. I'm done. I got to go to bed. 7. 7. Rose, are we calling number 7? 7 is your favorite number. Here. Monica, you are here. You guys? Monica, are you number 9? Uh-oh. It's really weird. I've never thought about that until this minute. And now I'm thinking, is that the reasoning? I have no idea. Nice. Good for you, Monica. My food is going to be prepped by being pre-made and brought over the top of the world thing from over the hill by my partner because I can't do. I can't. So if instead of a live sale, I could stand and make food, but I can't do both. And I can barely do one or the other. So this is 925. Teeny tiny thin chain. And really small. Somehow or another, when I bought this, where's Dolly? I did not realize how short it was. I don't know how that didn't come across because at this particular sale that I go to all the time, I pay really close attention, yet I completely missed her. It is on Dolly. Completely missed that it was this short. So with it being this short, it falls at like about 15 inches. And I wanted it to be, longer. So it's too short for me. Then it has this, which I'm not sure that this is fully sterling silver. I think it's plated sterling silver. Yeah, Monica, I'm feel really blessed about that. You can actually see where the person rubbed it on the back, to scratch and do a test. That was not cool. They should not have done that. I have an issue with if it says 925, often it's not. But more than half the time it is. And if you're going to scratch every single thing, do it down on the corner here, do something, but don't do it where it's forever going to show up. That's to me like the people who used to poke hot needles in Bakelite to see if it was really Bakelite. It's like, no. So on this, the reason I got it is because I got it several months after my father passed, and it says, "And though she be but little, she is fierce." And I really just needed that little statement. And this is about an inch and a quarter, inch and a half long. So honestly, I thought 2 things. I thought I could wear it or I could give it to my daughter. And what I now realize is that, in fact, this is meant probably for a child. So it would make a lovely gift for a tween for Christmas. It's a really sweet sentiment, and it is a really beautiful, delicate chain. It just, unfortunately, is a shorty, and that doesn't work for me. Okay. Well, y'all, I do have a few more household things, but I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna get a snack. I actually have a snack right there, and go lay down. And I appreciate each and every one of you coming tonight. I don't do recaps. Please, if you're interested, look at what, go back, watch the replay, put it on, your speed on double time, and just breeze through. I brought a lot of what I think are really lovely items, both jewelry and household. And then send me, let me get rid of this. Oops, sorry. Send me an email right there. If you're interested in the item, leave a comment. I have a lot of people that generally they email after the show, and I will, God and Goddess and the universe willing, be back on tomorrow. And since tomorrow is my higher end costume jewelry day, and I go slow and take my time, it's probably going to be a little bit shorter than usual. Okay? And excellent, Monica. Thank you all. And Rose, I will look for this ring for you. Good. Excellent, Monica. And nothing is getting invoiced out, for a couple days, Monica. Okay. Thank you all. I appreciate it. I'll see you, like I said, God willing, and the creek don't rise tomorrow. Good night.